Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm waiting for my guest to join. So please give her some time. Hello.
Hello.
It's good to have you
It's
here.
good to
How are
have
you
you here.
doing? How was your day? My day, I didn't really do much today, so it's just an ordinary day for me. So I spent today resting, you know, trying to gather energy because yesterday was not that good for me because I was quite busy. I had a lot of work to do yesterday, so I was stressed. So I decided to use today to rest, and I have been sleeping too, in case it's showing on my face. Of course, we do need rest. So tell me, the audience, they would like to, know who you are. Can you just introduce yourself?
Oh my god. My name is Erima. Should I tell them I just graduated? Or just what
What
I
did you say?
do?
Yeah, what you do, everything put
Okay.
together.
Okay. My name is Erima. I'm a fashion model. Can give me your dress
Okay,
like I'm modeling for you.
okay,
Yeah, I sell dresses, female wears, but hopefully I get to expand, sell also male wears also. So what is that to say again?
okay. That's nice. So
Yeah.
good evening, everyone. I'm
Good
greeting
evening.
you the Nigerian time. I don't know where you are connecting from. So you're welcome to my channel. I have with me Erima. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we would be, you know, talking deeply about burnout. We'll be talking deeply about burnout, you know, how to manage burnout, how to manage stress, um, your daily activities in life, how can you manage yourself? Because some of us, there are people that they have to go to school, they have to work, they have to um, do things to, help them to sustain themselves. So, as a young lady, a young boy, how do you, or young man, how do you manage burnout when you have to put a whole lot together? And yeah, the society has its own demands from us as young people.
Mm-hmm.
Family has its own demands from us as young people. The church, the mosques, they have their own
Yeah.
demands from us because they believe that we are young people and we are strong enough to do a whole lot of things. So that care is not really there as to, okay, does will this person rest, can this person relax, so we're going to be taking a deep dive into this conversation to help us understand what burnout is. And my guest here, Irima, would be talking to us too about her experience. So I'm going to start off and then she's going to take the cue. So the I'd like to ask you, um I will ask you, but I'm going to answer and then you respond and then you share
Okay.
your own experience. So what does it feel like being a young girl that lives in Africa? You know, you live in Africa, you have so much expectation. There are a whole lot of people that are expecting so much from you. Even you and your party, you have an expectation from, let's say, the government, your
Mm-hmm.
country. You know, there is this thing like, because of I'm young, I deserve certain level of
Yeah.
attention. How do I get about this? So my, life activities, there are
Interesting.
times I when I wake up when I wake up in the morning, apart from when you have to say your morning prayers, we have to say your morning prayers, and then the
Mm.
next thing you're getting ready to dash out. Before going out, you would have to cook, you know, and now you're leaving the house to go and look for bus. You're gonna have to jump the bus just to go to work. So sometimes it is not beautiful having to, leave the house so early just to meet up at the office. And then when you get to the
Yeah.
office, there are times I get to the office, I get to the office a little bit late, or let's say late, due to traffic. Okay, due
Yeah.
to traffic. I know what it feels like to be in traffic. You're in
Oh my
traffic.
God, it's exhausting.
Um, it's really exhausting. There are times I have this thing of wanting to throw up because I don't like staying in a place for long hours. I don't like staying in a place for long hours,
And
especially
even
when
having to
it
sit
is.
down for long.
Yes, having to sit down for long, I don't enjoy that, because by the time before I even get to where I'm going to, I'm already worn out. I'm
Yeah.
already tired. I don't feel myself. Okay, I don't feel myself. It's not a beautiful experience. From the heat, you go
Mm.
through heat, you go through even the sun itself will be entering the bus and you're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And to now add to the whole thing, if you then now have to experience the police stopping you and then
Mm.
delaying you. No, no, no,
Yeah.
that's not cool. So yeah, go to work you go to work and your boss is not listening to you, is not understanding that, okay, you've had to go through this. And the person would, there are times he would even shout. He would
Yeah.
shout and then tell you that you're not serious, you're not taking life seriously, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And that's not and even when you try to
Oh
explain,
my God.
to him that, oh, this is what I faced, I had to go through this, I had to go through that, they don't understand. They don't understand that aspect. I'm from Palestine. My child 2 years died in the war. When human didn't choose to be born, he will support us to stop the war. Hi, hi, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. You can stay long in the life. Probably you might see someone that will see your comments and
Help out.
would want to help out. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. And again,
So
it's nice
sorry.
to have you here. Okay, so yeah, so the boss in the office would not understand what one has to go through. So there was this time that, so when I then got to work, I wasn't explaining to him that I went through stress. There was no bus. I waited at the bus stop for a very long time before I could get a moving bus. So by the time I got the bus, it was already, you know late. That is why I am here. This man refused to understand. The next thing, it was like that he wants to see me. He wants to see me in the
In the
office
office.
before
Oh.
7 o'clock. No, before 7 o'clock for the next 2 weeks. for the next two
Oh.
weeks. So meaning I have to my boss, meaning I have to do whatever I need to do in making sure that I don't go to work late. So for the past for 2 weeks, I have been trying to cover up. I have been trying to find favor in the sight of my boss. Let him at least sympathize with me,
Yeah.
understand that it was not intentional at first that I had to come late, to work. Also making him understand that I even had to go through I'm going through family
Mm-hmm.
challenges as regards, okay, there are responsibilities. Every home has its own responsibilities. So there are responsibilities that I need to take charge of, that I need to do. So 2 weeks back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And when he then saw that, okay, really, I think there is something wrong. I need to understand where she's coming from, why
Mm-hmm.
she is coming late. Because there are times that when we're having meetings, I find myself sleeping.
Hmm.
I find myself sleeping in the office, and that's not cool. I find myself sleeping in the office, that I even had to, and like they will call me like, "Oh, Mama, I'm like, oh, I'm really tired. These are until he then now called me for the second time and was now asking me what is the problem. That it was even when he gave me an audience
Mm.
to explain what the problem is, or why I have been, is it lagging behind, or why I have been coming late, or why I am sleeping during a meeting. So having that conversation, you know, okay, that I think I understand where you're coming from. I am sorry for having to put so much stress on you, So I think you should, have some days off for yourself. So that's why, I got the free time today, that I
Mm-hmm.
didn't go out, and I have been sleeping trying to. So yes, that can be seen as, stress. I was burnt out, really. I was burnt out because I was trying to do a whole lot of things together. So let me hear from you. What's your experience?
Is it as a fashion model?
No, not
As
as a fashion model. Like, what's your experience like? How do you start off your day? you
okay.
know do you go through stress and burnout, like the explanation I just gave? I have to work.
Okay.
So as a fashion model that you are, how do you attend to clients? How do you start up
Okay.
your day? So what are those things you meet during the day? Do you get? So yeah.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So when I get up in the morning, most times my work is online. Online, yeah. So I sell dresses. So when I get orders, some of them, when they get their orders, I'd be like, oh my god, this is not what I paid for. This is not how it's supposed to be. Like I got something, what's something else. So I'll be like, oh my,
Different.
yeah. So I'll be like, this is what you paid for. Is it? They start pointing out faults that are not on the dresses, and I'm like, oh my god, who's this? And then the next thing you say, I'm living in groups. So that's mental stress actually, because I'm like, what the hell is going on? So so what other stress? When I go out to model for dresses, it's not so. It takes a whole lot of time. I might go out in the morning and then coming back home in the evening. It's a bit tiring. Having to change into dresses. Wear this on, take videos, take pictures, and then I change and wear another one. It's a whole lot of stress, mentally, physically. When I get back home, I've start cooking. You know, it's a lot of stress, right? It's a lot of stress, cooking in the morning, cooking in the evening. Ah, women. I think we're trying, right? So yeah, that's that.
How do you handle clients?
Oh,
Like you mentioned that there are times when they place an order and they get the address, they
yeah.
start pointing out things that they themselves did not order. So how
Mm-hmm.
do you handle those stubborn ones, those ones that don't they want to tell you that you've done something wrong? Because I know that all vendors, people that make dresses and all of
Mm-hmm.
that, there are
Mm-hmm.
times they face unruly people that don't have
Yeah.
manners. They can
Yeah.
even go as far as even threatening you or telling you or even cursing your businesses. So have you
Yeah.
not met people like that will try to tell you that you did they can even bring you down for giving them what I ordered versus what I got?
Yeah, I have actually met these people, but it's not on usual basis because most of the time I get clients that are nice people. So
Okay.
just few of them they try to bring in issues that are not even relevant. So the usual way I
Hmm.
do it, I just apologize. So it's never going to happen. You know,
Yeah.
things like yeah, apologize. Some of them I will even want to take it back to me, and I'm like, it's not possible. You've already
Hmm.
you've
Take
brought
it
it
back
out
like
of
they
me.
want to return it.
Yes, they want to return it and get a refund. And I'm like, it's not done here. It's not down here. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's not going to happen again. Then the next thing they just go out of the group. Some of them they don't go out of the group because I have a WhatsApp group chat for my sales group, yeah. So
Business. Okay.
yeah, so they just some of them they might be like, okay, it's fine. But most of them they be like they still complain. But then I keep on telling them I'm sorry. I keep apologizing because that's the
Mm.
usual
Okay.
usual thing to do. So yeah, I meet most of those people. So yeah. So should I answer how I also get clients?
Yes,
I
you
think
can talk about that. You can talk about that.
okay.
And when you're talking about that, can you just fuse in, social media per se? Like, if you get clients through social media, so what are the kind of things that they say? Because some people would want to start saying that, oh, I got this dress from this particular vendor and this vendor did me
Mm-hmm.
well. That comparison. Because I feel like
Yeah.
as a business owner, when you listen to a lot of comparison from people,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, from people, there are times it makes you feel like you're not doing anything special. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So I want you to throw some light on that. Before then, let me say hello to Papa Joe. Hi, Papa Joe. It's nice to have you here. I have with me
Mm-hmm.
Erima. She's my guest for today.
Yeah.
And we are talking about stress and burnout, okay? How to manage it, daily life activities, and how these things can be curbed, as a young girl, young boy. What are these things that you do on a daily that makes you feel like, oh my god, you're stressed, you've done so much, probably you're not even seeing the result of all of the
Mm-hmm.
efforts that you have been putting in. So we're talking about that. And since you're here, and to others too that are here that might be watching, probably you watch now or you watch after the live stream, kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel and subscribe to Erima's YouTube channel. Please subscribe to her channel. Thank you very much. So you can tell them the name of your channel and then you continue from there.
Okay, the name of my YouTube channel is Erima's World. Erima Erinma. The word WORLD. Erima World. Erima's World. Yeah. So could you rephrase could you remind me the question you asked earlier?
Post
Sorry.
a handle.
It's supposed-
I don't think I'll be able to do that now, but I should be able to put it under the description. probably after this live. But I don't know, is there not a way that you can click on her handle right here since she's here, the channel is here, so you can just follow her. Thank you, Papa Joe. Okay, you can continue.
I said you should remind me the question you asked.
Okay, I was talking about oh, okay. I was talking about the online space. How do you manage the
Um,
online space? Sorry, I'm having a call. Hello? Hello? Sorry about that. I got a call. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you here? Mrs. Erima? Miss Erima? I don't know, is this network or what? Sorry guys for the delay. I'm trying to get her back here. I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's network, I don't know. Let's wait for some minutes. Probably she'll be back. What happened? I've been calling you. Oh, okay. So I was
yeah.
talking about the social media space. Okay,
Mhm.
so how do you get, clients from there? And when you get clients from there, how do you handle them? Because most of these people, when they are patronizing you online, they always have this thing of you're giving them, most of them, those ones that want to make troubles, they will tell you
Mm.
you're giving them, you're urging versus whatever. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. So how do you
Mhm.
handle this set of people?
Firstly, I run ads on Facebook, right? Is that what you're asking? How I get my clients? I run ads on Facebook, so from there I get people who are interested in online dresses. So it brings them to my WhatsApp. So you also said how do my God, I think I'm trying to forget things right now. You said how do I handle these people when they start talking about online stuffs?
How do you handle them when they are proving that you did not give to them what they ordered? Do you understand? We're talking about stress and burnout. So there are
Yeah.
times we meet clients that uh they are not nice. They want to do
Mm.
everything to frustrate your effort. So
Okay.
when you meet people like that are trying to frustrate your effort, they would even threaten you, tell you that
Mm.
what you have given to them, they don't like it. That if you don't give them another product, they will call the police on you, blah blah blah, and all of that. So how do you handle this kind of people that will want to stress you, they want to threaten you, they want to make you feel like you did not do that which you're supposed to do?
Okay.
Do
Firstly,
you get
first.
scared? Do you get scared? Because there are some
Oh
that
my
will say
God.
that they will even want to use is it voodoo on you. So yeah.
literally anyone who gets any online vendor who gets such threats, they
Hmm.
they would be scared. But let me speak for myself. I would be scared. Okay, but firstly, I've never met such customers. I've never met such. So, but
Okay.
if it's, yeah, if it's the people, if at all I'm going to meet such person, the least I can do is apologize. That's the only thing, because there's no way. I mean, I am getting all these things from a supplier, right? So there's no way I'm going to send another dress to the person. There's no way I'm going to. There's no other alternative for this person. So the least I can do is just apologize.
Okay.
And the least that this person will do is, maybe delete my number or leave the group. So
Or just block you.
yes, that kind of thing. But I've never met such client before. I've never met, and I've just encountered just two people when they were showing
Okay.
me maybe a stain from the dress, which I could not even see. Do you get that the dress doesn't look new? So I just apologized. That was just it. So yeah, I've
Okay.
never met such. Yeah.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about burnout, yeah,
Yeah.
what do you understand by burnout?
Burnout is stress.
Okay.
Yeah, relieve, when you burn out a whole lot of stress, right? Am I getting it?
Yeah, burnout is actually stress. Do you
Yeah,
get when you have overworked, you feel
yeah,
tired, you're easily you lose interest in a whole lot of things just because probably you have been channeling your energy on something that is draining you. So when you are drained, can you hear me?
yes, but
Okay. Okay, so when you're drained, you tend to, feel some way, and this way can actually push you off balance, and it might lead to you being unproductive.
mm-hmm.
Okay, it might lead to you being unproductive. So
Mm-hmm.
here I have signs of burnout. What are the
Okay.
signs of burnout when we say this person is burnt out, this person is stressed, this person is going through a
Mm.
lot? Signs of burnout include fatigue, okay?
Tiredness.
Fatigue, tiredness, detachment,
Mm-hmm.
irritability, those things that just makes you feel some type of way. Even when if somebody is even talking to you about, oh, you have to do like, oh, I'm stressed, I
Mm-hmm.
cannot do this. Headache is inclusive. Headache
Yeah.
is part of this whole burnout
Mm-hmm.
situation, because there are a lot of time you see some market women or people who go to or the office, and they have this kind of busy day. You realize that majority of them, after the day has ended, they come home, they eat, and the next thing they are saying, um I need to take paracetamol, I need to take this, I need to take this. Oh, why are you taking
Yeah.
this? They'll tell you that they're having headache. They'll tell you
Mm-hmm.
that they need to sleep, that they went through a whole lot today. So the only thing that can help them right now is if they take medicine to make them sleep, because they are having difficulty in sleeping. So this is what burnout can do. This is what stress can do. Lose of motivation. You just find yourself that you don't have interest in anything. You're not motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Even the work that you're even going to serve, the boss will shout at you or make you feel some type of way. You just realize
Mm-hmm.
that you might come up with an excuse where you be telling your boss that you're not feeling too well, something just
Mm-hmm.
happened, there's an emergency. That's because you're not motivated to work, you're not motivated to go out, and all of this is caused by just one single thing: burnout, being burnt out. Okay. Um there's even another time where I had to overwork and I crashed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to overwork and I crashed. And this time it was even when I was in school. That was when I was in school. Then we were preparing for our final project, preparing
Okay.
for our final project, and I had this
Mm,
supervisor. This
mm.
supervisor that would always, look
Want to
for
stress you?
anything and everything to
Oh.
stress. You will put together your write up. Yeah, you go
Mhm.
and submit chapter one, chapter two. It will tell you before you come to my office, make sure you have done chapter one, chapter two, and chapter three, and then come
Exactly.
and submit. And you've done you then do chapter one, two, three, and you
Mhm.
submit there and then. He would not go through these things. Oh, he would not go through and then tell you, okay, this is okay, this is after probably a month or some weeks
Mm.
later, he would then call you and then tell you, you did not do this well. This is trash. He,
Mm.
and most of the time when he's doing this, he does it in the class where every other persons are there. So I wasn't the only one going through that. Every student that were preparing to graduate at that time were going
Mhm.
through this. So you find out that whatever you think that you have written, he starts canceling it. He starts
Oh my
canceling it. He
God.
will tell you, you didn't do this well, you go and repeat it. Go and repeat it, go and repeat it. Now, in repeating this, was spending money,
Mhm.
was spending money to go and retype and then
Yeah.
to go and reprint. This is
Mhm.
not the final work for um for the graduating this thing. So the fact
Mhm.
that you're staying every time we come, we're like, okay, sir, go through this, tell us what is wrong. You're telling
Mhm.
us you didn't do it wrong, you have to go back and redo it. And like this whole thing
Time and
can cause
resources
one
being
to
wasted.
be destabilized. Yes, it can make one destabilized. It can make one feel
Mhm.
some type of way like, I'm stressed. I don't think I can do this. I don't think this is working. Things like that. So at some point, I got tired.
Mhm.
I got tired of writing projects and submitting. So the time that I'm supposed to submit my project, I'm going to now tell him that, oh, that's I'm not feeling too well. I'm almost done. I will submit it later
Mhm.
and all of that. So that was how I was, doing this till one day he came to the class and he was like, tomorrow is the final day for submission. And from that point, me, I had not even done any correction because I didn't want to go do correction and submit to him. And then the next thing he's doing is
Canceling it
failing it
again.
or telling me I should go and do it
Mm.
again. So that
Mm.
period, I became stressed. I was thinking, okay, what do I do? I had to call home. I told home that I need money. Let me go and print my project and submit this, that. Like there was a whole lot that I had
Mm.
to say to get money from home. And I eventually did. I went to print. On
Mhm.
printing, I then went to submit.
Yeah.
Submitting, this man still looked at it and said, you're not okay, you did this part well, you did not do this part well. Tomorrow is the final day. Go and reprint this.
Uh,
At that point, I crashed out. Like that was that was it for me. That was it for me. But I couldn't, how will I put it? I couldn't redo it because, like I said, the following day was the final day. I have had to go through corrections, corrections, corrections. The way that project paper was the way I brought it to the hall. And thankfully, the person who even went through my project was another supervisor from another school. So that
oh,
supervisor from
the
another
external
school,
examiner.
yeah, an external supervisor. The
Okay.
external supervisor was even fair enough, better than the one that is from my school. So
Mm.
of which already now, me, I'm already tired. Okay, I'm already tired. I have had to go through a whole lot. So, do you have such experience? Probably from school. Did you get to experience something like, because things like this can actually lead to burnout, can lead to stress,
Mm. Mm.
mental, physical. You see yourself that you're draining, you're losing motivation in school.
Mm.
If care
Mm.
is not taken self, you pack your things and say that you want to, in fact it's today that you're graduating. So can you share your own experience?
Oh my god. Actually, I didn't go through most of all this. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually had the best supervisor. The best.
Okay.
Like, he's a nice man actually. So I got I got my work, the project title. Yeah, so I worked on it. Yeah, I did the chapter one to the final one. They submitted to him. So he was like, he's the he's the supervisor. He should be the one doing the corrections. So he made the corrections, you know, and then sent me the soft copy just to go and
Okay.
print out. And oh my God, I was like, damn, it's just for me to go and print it out. So I printed it out and then submitted, and that was that. But during the process of me writing it, it wasn't easy.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it wasn't easy.
Of
It
course, no
wasn't easy.
project is easy.
Yeah. Even though you might be looking at the title and be like, oh my god, this title is way easy. But writing over 70 something pages is a lot. Is a lot. Like, because this particular stuff now you need to use all your strength, your brain, everything to write this. Because this is what is going to make you pass. This is what's going to make you graduate. You get, so it wasn't easy actually. I, I lost weight. In as much I was even trying my best to eat, but I lost weight because it wasn't easy. I got drained mentally. I burnt out actually. It wasn't easy, but yeah. Okay.
Process of trying to put my project together and all of
Mm-hmm.
that. I remember one time where I was heading out of school to go do the same printing that was giving me stress.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? I slept in the bus. I
You
slept in the
don't
bus,
say.
and yes, I slept in the bus, and the driver passed my bus stop. So tell me, why will I be sleeping in the bus? Why will
Because
I fall asleep?
you're exhausted, right?
Because I am exhausted,
Oh
because
no.
I am being stressed, because I am
Oh.
being made to do a whole lot that I wouldn't want to do
Mm.
on a normal day,
Then
like putting in
yeah.
so much energy and
Mm-hmm.
time at that point, at that period, because at the end of the day, the frame of mind might not be working at the way it is supposed
Mm-hmm.
to work. That's how I slept inside the bus. So how did I even gain consciousness? They had dropped off everybody that was
Hmm.
inside the bus. So
Hmm.
the man went straight to his park. When he got to the
Wow.
park, he then came out through the window. He was like, auntie, where you dey go? You never reach your bus stop. Blah 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 and all of that. And I'm like, where are we? Where are we? And then the next thing, we don't already there for bus stop. Where you been dey go? Why you dey sleep? And I'm like, sorry, sir. It's not my fault.
That
I'm
was
going to some
risky.
so place. See, that's how I had to pay another money,
Hmm.
eh, to go back to the printing shop,
Hmm.
to tell you how bad it was. Went back to the printing shop, had that thing done, then went back to school. So that thing alone can be so. And at the point where I even submitted that project, I did not wait for
Hmm.
him to say, okay, this is good, this is fine. I didn't wait though. I just went straight to my hostel and slept off. And I slept for hours. Even my roommate came, my roommate was like, what's happening? What's going on? This is what is going on. The supervisor
Don't finish you.
won't turn me around. So that kind of that kind of situation, it can be really stressful. Now,
Yeah.
cultural pressure and gender angle. So expectations, we're Nigerians, right? And when
Yeah.
I started this, I was talking about, this burnout and stress thing can also come from, too many expectations. Is it that the
Mhm.
expectation is coming from yourself, or the expectation is coming from somebody, or let's say the country or your culture? So
Mhm.
expectations from Nigerian parents. Okay. Now, as a young girl, we are expected to do what? Multitask, work, chores, and school. They try to multitask because they feel like, yeah, you're strong, you're
Mhm.
active, you're healthy. So what are you
The
what are you
young.
doing with just one job? So
Mm.
they believe that, yeah, if you want to survive, if you want to be responsible, you should be doing a whole lot. Can you share an experience?
Me. um. Okay. I think when I was going for my IT, start something.
Okay,
Okay, when I was going for my IT,
continue.
um, they had me. They said I should be coming to work by 7 a.m. in the morning. And I'm like, I'm just coming to learn now. Why would I be coming so early? Like, they made me work like a normal staff. Do you get? I woke up. I always wake up very early. If I just make that mistake of waking up very late, my father will be like, "Is this how you're going to behave in your husband's house?" I'll be like, calm down now. I still have time. He'll be like, no, you need to start leaving the house and the likes. Even in the evening before I come home, I start getting calls. Come home, come home. And I'm like, we're not the one that said I should be going to work. Now you want me to start coming home so early, yeah. That's that. I think.
The thing is, I think we live in a society where most of the time, that is for those that are not lucky to have, I don't know if to call it luck, I don't need to call it luck. There are times that we have parents that are overly protective.
Yeah.
Okay. They want you to go out there, associate,
Mm.
you know, make friends,
Mhm.
be yourself and all of that. But they are doing this, they want all of this from you, but they are stressing about it.
Mhm.
Just for instance, now I have a birthday party that I
Mhm.
want to go to. Yeah, I've already told my parents that, okay, I'm going to so and so birthday party.
Yeah.
This is what the birthday party is all about. This is the location. These are the kind of people that I'll be meeting. Now, 2 hours into the birthday party, you're getting calls from the parents.
Mhm.
You know, they are like, uh, what are you still doing outside? You're supposed to be back home. No responsible child. Like,
Like, oh
that
my
is
god.
another pressure. Yeah, another pressure. You're trying to work to make money for yourself. You're doing you're trying to build connections, you're trying to network, but you still have this expectations from home. There is something that you need to do. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be like, I feel like that can be overwhelming,
Mhm.
that can be stressful, because it can even make one to feel like you're not doing so much.
Mhm.
Do you understand? You're not doing so much, or probably whatever you're doing that you feel or think is taking your time,
Mm.
you're wasting your time. Parents have their own way of trying to make the child feel like they are wasting their time for
Yeah.
doing certain things. Or so I feel like that idea should be, the freedom should be given. And yes, doing multitasking, that is doing this, doing that. I won't say it's totally wrong. If you can handle it, fine and good. You can do that, fine and good. If you cannot, please don't multitask, because a lot of people have had to multitask. Yeah, had to multitask and then fail. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
They've had to multitask and then go through pain, go through disappointment, go through stress, because they are trying to do a lot of things together and they end up doing
Nothing.
nothing.
Then it starts
Even if they
getting so
manage to put
complicated.
everything together, you realize that in the putting everything together, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they are not successful in just one thing. That's because they are trying to please the society, they're trying to please the parents by putting
Without thinking
everything
of
together
themselves.
without thinking of themselves. So when you're like that, now you realize that you there's no theory about it, you'll be burnt out.
Mm.
You will be burnt out. Now, society judging women if they say they are tired. Like I said, yeah, we live in a society where we are expected to feel strong, we're expected to feel, agile and all of that. Please and please, we all know about it. We all know that yes, we're expected to feel that way. But we should also understand that there are times when if we're doing so much and we complain about these things, we are not complaining you for you to say that this one now that we are doing, we are just wasting our time. Because there are times when we have to go through some certain things. You see some people will start telling you you're lazy
Like,
just because you're complaining, just because you say you're tired,
mm.
just because you have done a lot of things together at the same time, and somebody is now telling you you don't have the right to complain, you don't have the right to say this and that. I don't know if you get what I'm
You're
trying to
being
say.
lazy.
So
Yeah.
most times that can be annoying, because many of the time we're just looking for somebody that would support, somebody that would say, okay, just calm down. All is well. Do you get?
Yeah.
All is well. You don't have a stress. You don't have to. So that is that. Now down to social media. Now, can you talk about how social media has intensified this whole pressure thing? The role social media plays when it comes to pressuring young people.
Can you break it down?
Can you talk about how social media, yeah, have had to, pressure young people? Now, what I'm trying to say is, we know that social media is a different world. Social media is different from real time, real life thing, real life
Reality.
experience,
Yeah.
reality. Yeah, you know that.
Mm.
So in social media space, we tend to see a whole lot happening in social media. And if you're not careful, you have people looking at life in social media and thinking
Mm.
that that life is good for them.
Mm.
So that is just what I'm talking about. So when you see a different life that, let's say, you cannot keep up with, but
Mm.
because it is social media, you're not feeling like this person is doing better than me, I'm not doing anything. That pressure
Mm.
is what I am talking about. So how can social media, intensify this whole pressure thing?
Um, how can social media intensify this?
How can you as a person now, you as a person,
Uh,
manage stress when you see a lot of things happening on social media, and you will not tell yourself that that is where we have this fake life,
mm. Mm.
big life. Okay, how do you manage this social media life? How do you keep up with it? Do you see whatever is trending on social media and you want to be like that?
See, and the thing is that all this social media stuff, I go to look at them. Do you get? Because I know that me, I can never be like all those people. Because I already know that social media is a different world entirely. You get me? It's a
Okay,
different world
okay.
entirely because those people now is like they have gone and borrow car, they have gone and borrow clothes. And I cannot do all those kind of I don't even have friends that have cars. So all this kind of thing, I don't look at them. I don't look at them. I just try to mind my business and do whatever I can do. That's why I see that
Which is important.
yeah, which is very important. And it will even save you a lot of stress. Because some people now, some youths now, they'll be like, oh my god, look at this girl, look at this guy. That doing so well. You start thinking so much, giving you mentally, I've now been very mentally stressed. Do you get when you're not supposed to even stress
Mm.
about it? I don't do all those kind of things. That's why I say that I don't even know how to answer this question because I don't do that. I don't know. I don't know. So
Okay, let me now ask you this question. Do you feel Nigerian culture expects too much from young women? Yes or no? Does the Nigerian culture expect too much from young women?
I think the Nigerian culture, yes, yes,
They expect too
yes,
much from.
young
Okay,
women.
can you explain? Or can you give two examples?
The Nigeria. Okay, let me switch my answer to no.
I don't
Uh,
know why you're laughing. Your laugh is making me laugh.
let me switch my answer to no now. No. In fact, I don't know.
Oh, God.
If you can, let me
Oh.
know. If you can, give me your answer. If the Nigerian culture is expecting too much from young women, if it's just on no,
Of
let me know so
course,
that.
the Nigerian culture expects too much from young women
Uh-huh.
because they're expected to live in a certain way. They're
Uh,
expected to do certain things. They believe that men are supposed to be some type of way. Do you understand? They're
mm,
supposed to do some kind of job. They're supposed to be responsible for some kind of responsibilities. But women are not supposed to
mm,
do some type of job. Like, there is this is it boundary, or there is this class around this whole thing. So yes, the Nigerian culture expects a certain lifestyle from the Nigerian woman.
yeah.
So that's just the point.
Okay.
So coping mechanism and managing burnout. Now this is the cocoa now. So how do
Hoping.
we,
What do you say?
yes, the coping mechanism, how
Uh,
do we manage burnout? What I
mm,
mean by coping mechanism, like, what are the things that we need to do to make sure that we don't suffer from burnout completely, we
okay.
don't break down. Do you
Mm,
get? uh
mm-hmm.
So now there are some practical tips that I wrote out. Um, that's setting boundaries at work and at school.
Okay.
An example of setting boundaries at work and at school. Let me use work for an example. There are a lot of us do 9 to 5. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
resume work by 9 o'clock and then you close by 12. I mean, by five
Like,
o'clock. Meaning the rest of the hours are your hours. They are your time. Do you
yeah.
understand? So any office, any boss or MD or whoever that is calling you outside that time, talking to you about work, what you
Mm,
should do and what you should not do, then that
mm,
person is trying to stress you. So you as a
yeah.
worker, you should have that boundaries that, work time is work time. Everything you want me to do, eh,
Should be
during
doing
work
work
time
hours.
hours. let me do it. But once it is not work time hours, once it is more than my, you know, please don't call me. See, I've had to work with a lady. This lady on Saturday, she does not pick office calls. She does not pick office calls. She will tell you that, see, we close by the office is closed. Monday to Friday is for office. So if you had even wanted to reach out to me, you would have reached out to me from Monday to Friday.
Right.
You see, this Saturday is my time. This Saturday is the time that I need to use to rest,
Mhm.
to enjoy myself, to go, not to be taking office orders, not to be taking office requests.
Mhm.
So that is where it comes. That is where drawing boundaries come, when it has to do with managing burnout. And as for school, I think you can relate this with overreading.
Mhm.
Overreading, trying to read, to pass. See, I've always said this thing here. If you go to school, either you're in high school, you're in whatever grade that you belong to, try as much as possible not to make your notes or whatever is being taught to you to pile. For instance, now you go to class today, you have this course today. Yeah,
Mhm.
that thing that is being taught that day, at that time, at that point, whenever you go home, do revision,
Mhm.
go through it, read, read, read. When you're reading your notes every day as you're being taught, you're making things easy for you. So even if the lecturer or the teacher comes up tomorrow and then tells you, okay, everybody take out a sheet of paper, or you bring out your pen, we're going to take tests, you will not feel stressed. You will not be cracking your brain that you want to
Mhm.
remember what was taught before. Why? Because you have been reading. And when it comes to exam time, also, yeah, it will be easy for you. You will see your mates, they are reading overnight.
Mhm.
They are reading overnight. They are reading at odd hours. And you ask them, why are you reading like this? They'll tell you, it's exam time. Oh, I have not read anything. Oh, I need to read. If I don't read, I would not pass.
Mm.
So comment like this, not knowing that you're not drawing the boundaries between rest and schoolwork, rest and reading. Because no matter how we see it, the brain needs rest. The brain needs to think. The
Yeah.
brain needs to relax, so that by the time you are entering a new day,
Mhm.
it is fresh. And whatever you have read, when you're writing your exams, you'll find out that it is easy for you to cope. It is easy for you to write, because everything that you have read, you will get the memory, the
That.
memory. Yeah, you will remember everything. But when you have to wait till exam time or test time before you read, you're causing yourself harm, because you're going to realize that you have become burnt out. You say you will burn out. You will be frustrated. You see, there will be no motivation to whatever you're doing, because as you're trying to read, you're trying to make out something for yourself. Even within you, you will know that you're rushing. And a rush work does not help. A rush work does not really make things turn out fast. Now, another way to manage burnout, another coping mechanism on how to manage burnout, is scheduling rest. Even if you
Yeah.
even if it feels lazy. Do you know that some people don't like to rest?
Mm.
Some
Actually,
people will
yeah.
tell you that they are that they have not been able to sleep. Is it true that they have not been able to sleep? It is not true. They are the ones intentionally not sleeping,
Mhm.
because of, they will tell you that they have this job that they need to deliver on. They have
Mhm.
this thing that they need to they need to do. By the time they are packing all of these problems of the world on their head, because
Mhm.
of they need to deliver this, they need to go to this, they need to do that,
Yeah.
you realize that a whole lot is not moving on for them. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I
So
get
as a
it.
person, as an individual, try as much as possible to not only work to make money, try to rest. When you rest, you'll be a lot calmer. When you rest,
Mm.
you would, be able to do things better. Not in make I just do am because I just have to
Mm.
do it. Because most of the time, they don't come out perfect. But when you have rested very well, you're okay, you're good to go, you realize that you can do anything that you want to do and you do them very well.
Yeah,
Now,
because
talking
health first,
openly,
actually.
I can hear you.
I said health first, actually, because when you work, they might not even bother if you get sick. Do you get? So health first, you should
Mm-hmm.
take care of your health at every time. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we should also talk openly about mental health.
Um.
Some people are not mentally okay. Some people have struggles. They are going through a lot. They are going through a lot, but they don't have that they can talk to that would understand them, that will understand them or want to, put themselves in their shoes in
Mm,
wanting to help them. I don't know if you got what I'm trying to say.
I
Because
get you.
we have challenges, okay? So there are
Mm-hmm.
times the challenges can be mentally draining. So when you have challenges that mentally drains you and you don't have family, you don't have friends, you don't have loved ones, you don't have colleagues that you can talk to about your problems, then that becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because by the time you're bottling up all of these things, you're keeping it inside of you. The only
Mm,
thing you're doing to yourself is destroying yourself. Your mental state of mind would not be functioning. So
mm-hmm.
if you have to work every day, you have to do so much, do this, do that, society demands so much from you, family needs a whole lot from you, friends also they look up to you. Always take out time to rest. And when you cannot rest, you have your struggles, have one person that would always come to your rescue, that would always listen to your cry, listen to your story, listen to your complaint. So that's another one. Talking openly about mental health. Now, using humor and small joys to balance stress. It is not every time you go dey serious. Stop being serious. Stop being serious.
Yeah.
Life itself is not even serious. So try as much as possible not to be serious all the time. Don't take life
Yeah.
seriously. Live life the way you understand it. Be happy while doing a whole lot of things that you're doing for yourself. You don't have to gather everything to your side before you know that you're doing well or you're succeeding. Most of the time, you just need to do the much that you can do, the much that your brain can carry you. Do you get?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
talking openly about mental health, using humor and small joys to
Mm,
balance stress. Say things that will make you laugh or make people, laugh around you. Spend time with people too. People that
mm-hmm.
are funny.
Mm-hmm.
People that are funny that by the time you're in their midst when they are talking, you on your own part you start laughing
Yeah.
and you then forget all of your worries, all of your stress. That is just how it works. Now,
Yeah.
learning to say no politely. It is not every time somebody tells you something, probably because you're trying to
Be
be
nice or
polite. You're
get in a
trying to
good
please the
book.
person.
Yeah.
You're trying to please the person, trying to make the person like you.
Mm.
You will be saying yes, yes, yes. You become a yes man kind of a
Yeah. I
person.
know
Anything the
what
person
you
tells
mean.
you, yes. Anything the person says, yes. Whether it is favoring you or not, you'll be putting yourself in a position
And
where.
they start
Do you have an
you, and
example?
that's the
So
most
you
painful
just
part.
you just give us a real life example, a real life story. Maybe
I
not
don't have.
personally, but somebody's experience. Stop. Give us
The fact is that I've never been in that position. And you start saying yes.
what position have you ever been in? What position have you ever been in?
No, listen, I always care for myself, because if you don't like me, you don't like me. That's not my problem. So if I want to do it, I do it. If I don't want to, I tell you no, straight up. So I don't have anybody who has ever been in that position. So I just feel like most
So
people who
meaning
okay,
whatever you
oh
want to
yes,
do,
yes, I
you get
remember.
okay.
I have somebody who has been like that in my secondary school. I went to a boarding school. In boarding school,
Okay.
most of them they have cliques. They have their group of friends, and you see this group of friends that are girls actually. There's this younger girl. They're always telling this girl to do this, do that, and she was always doing it. I was like, what the hell? uh And this girl, like, she was the most dirtiest among them. Do you get? She wasn't even like in their. She didn't match them. Do you get? They were just using her to get whatever they need, and she was always doing it. Do you get? She was always doing it. So it's not worth it actually, because if you check, if right now they're not even friends. They're not even friends. So it's not worth it actually. You need to care for yourself. Actually, you need to care for your mental health first. Think about yourself. Put yourself first in whatever you do. So it shouldn't be pleasing people will not even rate you. Do you get? So it's not worth it. Actually, it's not worth it. I've never been in and I would never be in a position. Hello, tell me that
So the key
now.
point is say
Mm,
no if it's convenient for you. Say
yes.
yes if it's convenient for you. So if
Yeah.
you're saying no and yes and it's not convenient for you, then you're the one doing yourself. You're the
Of
one that will
course.
remain, unhappy.
Yeah, you're hurting yourself.
Now, advice for young Nigerian girls,
Okay.
not just Nigerian girls, but girls,
Generally.
generally. Redefine success. This is what I'll say to you. Always redefine success, not just by hustle, but also by peace of mind. Very
Mm-hmm.
important. Support each other. Build a sisterhood community. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you see a sister that is in need, a friend that is in need, as long as it's a girl child, all right, build a community with that person, friendly community with that person. Try as much as possible to be there for struggling people. Okay, so if there is any
Mm-hmm.
challenge or there is anything, be that one person that would want to help in, you know lifting the other person to a better standard, lifting the person to, feel that like they belong, because everybody
Yes,
wants to belong.
of
Okay,
course.
so
Mm-hmm.
support each other. Stop glorifying suffering before success. Now, we're going to, wrap this whole thing up, but this is a take home to everyone that has been watching this live. If you joined me, you've been watching from the beginning, or probably you're coming across this live, another time. This is a take home. Hustle is good, but burnout can destroy. Okay,
Yeah.
recognize your limits. Know how far you can go.
Yeah.
Know how far you can go. You don't see, if you cannot do 100%, please don't do 100%. If
Was.
the level that you can go is 50%, just do the 50%, not 100%. If 100% is going to make you worn out, don't do it. Okay,
Mm.
recognize your limits. Rest is productivity. When you
Yeah.
rest, you can function. When you rest, you can think. When you rest, you'll be able to do more. You will become more productive. You'll be able to
Yes.
think.
Uh.
Now, take care of your mental health. I have
Uh-huh.
talked about that. this. We have talked about it. Take care of your mental health. Always think about yourself,
Mhm.
not always putting people in front of you like you
Mhm.
have to take care. You're not the Messiah. You're
Right.
not, the Almighty. You get, so you just have to think about yourself first. Okay? When your yes is yes, let it be yes. When your no
Yeah.
is no, let
Mhm.
it be no.
No.
You have to be comfortable before the other person can be what? Comfortable. So
Comfortable.
take your mental health seriously. Okay, so that is all we have been discussing on managing stress and burnout. So is there any question from the audience? Is there anything that you guys would want to ask, or do you have a personal experience that you want to share? If you do, let us take 1 minute for that. 1 minute for that, so we can write down our comments. If you don't have any comments, I'll just believe that okay, everybody understands what stress and burnout is. So under the comments, kindly let us know if you have gone through stress before, or burnout and all of that. Let me know that you have been following. This your own face. Just
What happened?
I don't know. It's the way you're looking.
How many has passed?
Mm,
I think they believe what they know the meaning of stress now.
okay.
Yeah.
All right then. So thank you guys for joining.
Thank
It was
you.
nice, having this conversation.
Mhm.
Do have a great day, depending on where you're watching this from, depending where you're watching this live stream from. And if you're in Africa, you're in Nigeria, do have a great evening. You know. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Please follow Erima's world. Follow my guests. Follow my guests. So in case she comes, if you'll be able to interact with her and engage in the things that she's doing. Okay. So bye for now.
Bye.